Hi, my wife had a difficult cancer for 3 years and passed away in 2012 when our kids were toddlers. I wanted to share from what we learned and what led her to say it was the hardest but most beautiful experience of her life. So I've made videos in these topic threads behind me, which you can skip around. This is a quick addition video in the Our Background thread. This video is about 4 comforting truths for times of stress and loss. The 4 comforting truths are believing in the big world, a notion of putting love into the world, how well kids can do, and how strong an imprint of a person can be. The first 2 are the ideas that gave Alex and me the most comfort, even when the news was the worst possible scenario. Alex and I came up with these, and I think both are true ways of looking at a tough situation. These are things we got to say that not everyone gets to hear or can realize at the time. I think they can be important for everyone. The 3rd and 4th ideas are good things that I've seen come true over the years. I'll do this video in 4 sections, one for each idea. The first idea is believing in the big world, and it's a really great thing to remember when you're scared about the worst for your loved one. As we confronted our loss, Alex said, "It would be crazy to think that I'm the one single source of everything you and the girls need in the world. That just can't be. Even when I'm here, I can't be the answer for every problem you have. We know there are other people and resources in the world right now that help you as much or more than I do, at least in some things. And it's a big, big world. I have faith that the world is in fact so big that it must have everything that you and the girls need now and will need in the future. I have faith that this big world can give you all that you need even without me in it. You just need to look long enough and maybe in a number of places." If you think about it, this statement is really smart and sensible. Each of us is a complex person, a complicated mix of our past experiences and our current context. It really is impossible to think that one person would be the key to helping us deal with every situation we face. And if you think about it right now, I think you'll see that no single one of your loved ones is the perfect partner for your career challenges or your hobbies or interests and so on. You might have 3 different people who might be a good match for you to talk about your boss or the new bestseller or the vacation you want to take. Now, on the other hand, we sometimes do rely on one person for many things, but it doesn't mean they're the only person in the world who might help us with what we're going through. And if there's more than one person, then we just need to find them. As I was losing Alex, I thought about this and thought her faith was probably right, and that gave me hope for the girls and myself, even though we couldn't change Alex's situation. The second idea is putting love into the world, and here's what it means. Alex used to have bedtime routines with the girls, like a bath and reading some books to help them calm down. In psychology, there's a term called transitional objects, which are comforting things like a child's favorite blanket that they carry around or go to sleep with at night, or in our daughter's cases, they were stuffed animals. They're familiar things that form a transition from one place to another, or that help comfort them when they're alone. I don't remember if the girls asked Alex to do this or if she invented it as a way to help them calm down when she left the room, but this became part of the routine. Alex would pick up the stuffed animal monkey for one girl, or the stuffed animal bunny for the other, and she would make a big show of hugging the stuffed animal and saying, "I'm putting my love into you so that you can give it back to my little girl, and I'm putting enough in to last the whole night. If she wakes up, she can hug you, and you can give her some of this love that I'm giving to you." In our daughters' minds, this made them feel secure enough to go through the night alone. At one point, I had a realization and told it to Alex. She had put love into her friends and our community, enough to last us our lives. Alex had numbers of friends, some going back to childhood, and some from her late 30s and early 40s. Some were just casual work friends or new friends who might not have had the closest relationship, but with whom some mutual appreciation had formed. Alex had put her love and care into friendship and relationships. We saw the caring from her community echoing back, keeping us company even in the nights when we were without her, and it has lasted. This is a special kind of beauty. Maybe quieter than her laugh and touch, but no less real. And I think something like this is there for everyone we lose, if we're quiet and perceptive enough to accept what they put into their community coming back to us. The third comfort is how well kids can do. A lot of our stress and pain was worry about what would happen to our kids given what they were going through. But I have to say, if we'd been able to see them 2 years, 6 years, and 10 years into the future, that pain would have been almost completely taken away. Our kids have normal, happy friendships and have grown in step along with their peers in school and social lives. And in some cases, they've done it with maybe even more empathy, awareness, and appreciation than their peers. It's natural to worry about the impact, but we read books that assured us that kids can do fine through this stress and come out even stronger and better for it. We're not out of the woods yet, but I'm shocked at how well kids can do even through an experience like this. So you can take comfort that it's not going to be an insurmountable negative for them. And you might want to repeat this to yourself in some words that work for you. Lastly, now that it's been about 10 years since Alex died, I have proof of how we carry her with us. I have a couple videos in a thread about archiving your thoughts, lessons, and stories, which Alex and I did. I have videos of recorded conversations with Alex, or of her parenting our daughters while they were having a tantrum, or during their bedtime routine. I didn't watch these videos for years. It was long enough for my memories to fade, and even for me to be unclear on what we said in those videos, or how I came to think and parent the way I do now. But recently I set aside time to go back to the videos and watch and listen, or to reread messages that she wrote. That wasn't an easy thing to do, but I have to say I'm extremely happy about having done it. Alex's thoughts, values, and emotional skills imprinted on the girls and on me in ways that I wasn't aware of, but I can see clearly now. I can see us talking in the video and Alex saying things that I had forgotten I learned from her, but which I use every day. The emotionality with which she communicated with the girls, I see us all following those traces today. Her imprint is still with us, allowing us to move on and live in new cities with new friends and loved ones, but still touched by her life and guided by our sharing together. It's not that she is with us or speaking to us, but we know the way she thought and talked and loved, and she is a strong presence in how we think and talk and love as people, even 10 years later. Those are the 4 things I learned about that gave us the most comfort, and I hope they might be of help for you to hear and think about. See you in another video.